The purpose of this video is to look at references and citations, specifically how are they the same, how are they different. The reference list actually has a different purpose to the citation. The reference list simply lists, in alphabetical order according to creator, all the references that have informed or contributed to the knowledge that the writer has drawn on in their assignment. Citation, however, it is formatted very, very similarly. There are some slight differences, but it's more specific. It gives a clear indication of exactly where in a piece of writing the information has been used. That is why on some occasions you'll be required to footnote, but not necessarily to provide a reference list as well. Sometimes you will be required to provide both. Now let's look at an actual example of footnoting. Okay, let's just imagine that this is meaningful text. This is a reference list that has been alphabetically ordered. So imagine that this is the end of a sentence. We are going to insert a footnote. We'll insert this footnote. We'll cut it down in size. It shouldn't be any bigger than a 10 in font size. This is a tiny little difference, girls, but while in the reference list things are alphabetically ordered in accordance with the last name of an individual composer or creator, and in the case of organisations, the name of that organisation, and so on. Here we put the initial of the first name first. Tiny little difference. On a reference list, we will have the length of the item indicated through these page numbers, but in the footnote, we only want to know about the page that was actually used. So these are the two differences between the information on the reference list, see the alphabetical ordering, last name, and see that we've got the length of the article. No, we're only concerned about the page number where the information was taken from in the footnote, and we just put the initial of the first name first. Let's have another go. Okay, just imagine that we are going to footnote at the end of that little paragraph as well. And what shall we use? Okay. We'll use the Britannica item. We'll paste it. In that case, girls, we won't make any adjustments at all, aside from just getting it to the right font size. Okay, we'll do another footnote. Just imagine we've got, generally footnotes are done at the end of a sentence, but there may be the need to footnote in the middle of a sentence in some cases. Okay, so we're going to insert a footnote there. We'll go to our reference list and okay, we'll take the A. O'Brien dissertation. Remember, that's the very long piece of writing that's produced by some people at university, the dissertation or the thesis. I referred to that in another video. So we're going to make it A. O'Brien. Oh, okay. that reformatting that it's done automatically can be fixed later, girls. Let me try to just fix it now. Okay, it's we've got A there as if it's the beginning of a list. I'll fix that later. I won't waste our time doing that now. The only other thing to change is to put the page numbers that were actually used. So just imagine that pages 1 to 4 were used for that point, and perhaps information on page 17 was also relevant, so we would add that there. Okay, final example. We'll insert a footnote here. So we've got the H. Wellendorf and we don't need the length of the article here. We only want the page that was used, and imagine that page 34 was used. These footnotes are very specific. So if, they're a wonderful help to researchers. So if you read a fabulous article, you want more information, you might decide that you are going to look at some of the articles that have been cited, so you could actually go to that article and you know what page to turn to when you are doing your further research. I hope that's been useful, girls.